Des Moines, Iowa, the birthplace of balloon animals. Everyone knew that. We all knew that. Well, did you hear what he said, though? Blue diamond. That's right, I'm a blue diamond. Through marriage, yeah, it's my wife. It is 1,000% my wife. So my wife's Leland Jones, and she travels the world. So inspiring, like she empowers people with health and wellness. And then she marries a stand-up comedian, and I travel to local comedy clubs, and they empower people with nachos and loaded potato skins. And secondhand smoke, just a little bit of, like it shouldn't be there, but a little bit of secondhand smoke. Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, this is my life. This is what's going on right now. And I do get paid. I get paid as a stand-up comedian. And I make almost as much as one of her fast start checks. Almost. And I get the funniest part to me is like, I only get a gig like every other month. She's getting those every week. All right, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I think I'm just waiting for my big break. Like Star Search, is that still around? Does anybody know if Star Search is contacting people? It's what I'm waiting for. So until then, I do try to build doTERRA. So I invite, I enroll, I scream into my pillow like I'm doing it. I do all the active building steps that you guys are doing. I'm just terrible at it. I go to leadership, I go to conventions. I took good notes at leadership in Long Beach. I'm sure some of you were there. This was that big blue building, and it like had paintings of whales and fish, and you were like excited. You're like, oh, what do they got going on in here? And you get in there, and it's like a big letdown. There's like no aquarium. Yeah, I didn't care for that either. So the gal I took notes on, it was all about boundaries, setting clear boundaries. And when you or someone you know, they set you're supposed to stop them. You're like, hey, good job. You set clear boundaries. That's what you say. So good. Well, later that day, I walked to the grocery store, and I noticed a good amount of homeless people along the way. So I was like, I'm going to buy a bunch of donuts. So I buy a few boxes of donuts. So while I walk back to the fake aquarium building, I'm going to hand these out. Okay? So I have a full box of donuts. The lid is open, and I kneel down in front of this gal. And I'm looking her dead in the eyes. I'm like, would you like a donut? And she looks back, and she's like, would you get out of my space? And you know how you like fumble with the donut box lid? I'm like startled, like trying to close it. And then I have to stop, turn back around, and I gotta be like, good job, you set clear boundaries. Like, so weird. I bet she tells that story more than I do. Like, so weird, but I am trying. Target market, you're supposed to identify your target market. And so that was easy. I looked in the mirror, I'm like, male, receding hairline, like done. This is easy. So me and my good friend, so Johnny Summers, he's on my team because of my wife, and we are, that's probably Johnny right there. And we do a Wednesday webinar. So we're like, hey, target market, invite all of our high school friends to our webinar. What could go wrong? We're in our mid-40s. Of course we've matured. What could go wrong? So I shouldn't have been reading the chat as the Zoom was going on, but I did. And I'll just tell you the appropriate ones that corporate didn't cut for my stand-up act. So the first one I thought was clever was, when do we go aroma touching? I was like, no, it's touch, not touching. No touching aromas, no, just aroma, touch. Let's be clear. That's clever. The next one was, he's like, hard to explain where this rash is, but it's in a sensitive area. Better yet, I'll just start sending pictures. Like, that's funny. We haven't grown up, but it's funny. And then the last one that made me laugh, he was like, when do you teach oils in the bedroom? I was like, all right, get out of here. No one takes us serious. It's funny, though. So the other thing I try to do is you take customers. So I go through the back office. I'm looking for customers, and let's try to help them, inspire them, motivate them, so they then become sharers. So I'm talking to someone on the phone, and I'm feeling pretty good, and then she cuts me off. She goes, look, I'm not a salesperson. I go, that's fine. You don't have to be. Just find the oils that you love, educate people, and then they'll start buying them. About 4 people, you can get your oils paid for. And then she's like, that's exactly what a salesperson would say. And she politely got off the phone. Yeah. I felt like I was doing so good with that one. Like, so good. So, I have learned some universal truths along the way. These are doTERRA universal laws. For example, if a neighbor calls and she wants to stop by and buy a certain doTERRA product, that's the one product we will no longer have in stock. We had it yesterday, it's gone. Like, somebody opened it, and you're like, this just got opened? All right, that always happens. Another one. If we have new people, like new potential customers, this first oil experience, that cannot be spikenard or turmeric. Like wonderful benefits, don't let them smell them. No, get the lavender out or something. Don't let them smell it. And can we all admit, like spikenard, that'd make the coolest name for a heavy metal band, like spikenard, like so cool. Oh, you're clapping for that. Or Raven, Sarah. That one's all like Ravens. Yeah, that's a cool one too. Anyways, if my kids wake me up in the middle of the night and they've covered themselves in throw up, normally if they wake me up, whatever product is closest to me, that's what I recommend to solve. But if they cover themselves and this happens a lot. It's like at that point, you're already up, you're stripping sheets. Yeah, you're putting down a dry towel. Now they're sleeping with a towel for a blanket. It's like, yeah, you might as well use the actual correct product. It's all right. Another one. My kids only try to murder each other once I start the Zoom call. The house can be so quiet, so quiet. You're like, you want to change all that? Start a Zoom meeting. That'll change it. Every time. Arbor Vitae. I think it's so interesting. I can go into a grocery store and somebody will stop me and tell me how good I smell because I smell like Arbor Vitae. Funny enough, people will stop me and tell me how terrible I smell. Like, what is wrong with I love Arbor Vitae. And what's wrong with my face that people are like, go tell him how he smells. I bet he wants to know how he smells. Like, I don't get it. Another thing, us attendees, we keep these lanyards and these name badges way too long. Like, I have a tie rack. I have a tie rack in my closet with more lanyards than ties. Not the name badge. Guess what I did? I bought this little clippy thing. It cuts things into guitar picks. So I have bags of guitar. I don't even own a guitar. Bags of guitar picks, yeah. But when I buy that guitar, I'm starting the band Spikenard. It's coming, special guest, loaded potato skins. I don't know, so I'm working on the second one. I don't know about that yet. So I live in northern Utah. We are in Wellsville, Utah. I know, nobody knows. It's like near Logan. And it's like, we have an old cheese factory and it's abandoned, windows busted out. Like it looks, like imagine something scary, and that's exactly what it looks like. It's terrible. So we just had Christmas break, and because of my time freedom with doTERRA, which I love, I get to spend it with my family. Love it. I really do mean that. That one's not a joke. But I love it. But Christmas break can be a nightmare. Christmas Day, magical. Christmas break, total nightmare. My kids turn into like the emperor or something. It's so annoying. And so, right before Christmas, my son comes up to me, he goes, I don't want to live here. I'm like, well, sorry, bud, it doesn't really, he's like, I don't want to live here. I'm like, Xander, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, come on, let's go to bed. He goes, I don't want to live here. And I go, that's it, we're messing with him. So I'm like, look, Xander, there is this orphanage in Wellsville. The windows are a little broken up, but it is here. This is a true story. Unfortunately, this is a true story. So I get him in my car. This is 100% true. I get him in my car and I drive him. 1 o'clock in the morning, crunchy snow. There's like a black bird in a tree with no leaves. Like it's as scary as you can imagine. And he gets out of the car and I was like, oh, he really does hate our home. Soon as I tried to drive away, he's knocking on the door and I get him back in. I'm like, fine, you can come back home and live with us, but you promise me in 10 years, you become my first builder in doTERRA. All right, that's my time. You're awesome. Thank you.